Hello and welcome to the Star Media. My name is Mahmoud Ahmed, and today I'm joined by a group of students from the university. We are going to discuss the hustle and struggle that comrades go through while in university and after they graduate. The group will also share with us the experience later in this program. And on my far left is Diana, and next to her is Faith Charles. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, let me begin with you, Faith. What was your perception about university before you joined? Let's say while you were in high school.
I will say my first perception was freedom. You know, back in high school, we didn't have that much freedom where people would come with cell phones, people would like do whatever they want. You know, so my first perception was freedom. Like in high school, ilikuwa ngumu.
Okay.
Ilikuwa ngumu sana.
Yeah. Okay. Let me come to you, Diana. What was your perception? How did you see it? That image you had about university?
Okay, as for me, sijui nilikuwa na fantasy ama nitakul nini. Like I felt like, you know, owning an ID, like you can do anything. You can go clubbing, yani, no one will ask you, like, no questions because you are just an adult, and then you could get into the university and then you could be mingling with people because exactly, I'll support Faith
As
about
you say,
freedom.
yeah.
Exactly, like you can do anything. Yeah.
Plus, the society, it had that mindset that once you're 18, you can do anything you want. So people will be like waiting for them to be in university. That's when they'll start exploring, doing very, very funny character and things. Yeah.
All right. Let me come to you, Diana. From your narrations, both of you had similar perceptions. You had similar stories. So after you joined, how was the experience?
Okay, the experience was very different from what I expected. You know, like you joined, so you just have to study hard because at the end, like you just have to achieve something. You can't compare yourself with someone else to what they are doing. Like you could see people really working hard, and then there is when you realize, like, I just need to do this and this. You know. Yeah.
All right, so let me come to you, Faith. Was your experience different from that of Diana, like the first semester, the second semester?
No, mine is not that much different. But you know, just based on what she said, you know, once you're in school, there's cards, there's exam, you need to prepare. So you just realize that you know, things are different, not how you envisioned it. Yeah.
So let's, Diana, take us through the transition, how you transited from secondary to the university, the experience also.
You know, from high school to university, nilikuwa nishakuwa dem, you know, kuna hizi vitu zenye ushajua, like hiyo ndio time yenye you are owning a phone, you are owning a phone, you're being given enough, at least some amount of money. So that is when you have to know how to use this money to certain period of time, because you know you can't be given today, like let's say 2,000 Kenyan shillings, and then at the end of maybe 2 days you finish, and then you just need another. And then I had to know what kind of people I will let into my circle, and what to do, I guess I can say, and then I had to be focused with what I can say that.
All right, Faith, maybe you tell us the struggles, the hustles that university students go through after you join.
One thing I will say, it's peer pressure. You know, once you're in school, you need to like highlight the kind of friends you're going to be with. Alafu kuna the struggles, like you have to like budget for your money. Yeah, sometimes you don't need to like go to some restaurants or maybe some party. There are things that you have to restrict yourself in order for the money you have to like sustain you for a certain period of time. Yeah.
Let me come to you, Diana. Take us through that struggle. You know, that struggle that university students go through. Take us through maybe some of the experience you experienced or some colleagues have experienced.
I just think you've just mentioned them. Not only the colleagues, I also struggle through them, like fair. Living in Nairobi, you know, maybe you just need to come to school and then go back to home, especially now that there is corona. The fare has been raised like twice or even thrice times than before. You get like, you have to pay like at least 150 to school and then back to home. That is 300. And before it was maybe 100 or 150 kama imeenda sana. And then still when you're still going to school, maybe you have a side hustle. And then corona boom imekama. So business ya wasee inabidi kama msee alikuwa ameajiri wasee mwenye anaajiri 10, huyo msee itabidi amepunguza wasee. So you find you being one of them, then you have this rent you just have to pay, you know. Things come difficult. And then school fees. Story na kupay school fees, job hakuna, so utakuwa unaenda shule unarudishwa. Like, you know, the struggles are real, you know. And then hapo ndio unapatanga wasee wana join into drugs, drinking, depression, anxiety, things are not working, you know. And then at the end una get people drop out from school. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Diana. Let me come to you, Faith. You know, there's that struggle she has talked about, you know, that it's a real struggle. So have you experienced any of your colleagues?
It's not different venye tu amesema yake. There, but una find out after now corona, the pandemic hit us. Unapata the class will have to be shifted to online. Of course amtenda shule, but unajua online nihitaji bundles. Ni bundles. Na si bundles za maybe 100 MBs. It's maybe GBs, unaongelelea huko GBs. And sometimes unapata maybe kuna wale wase wameenda home. Back to their ushago sasa. So unapata wao network huko ni shida, leave alone MBs. Network ni shida, na pia MBs ni shida, na pia power kwingine some areas and some parts ni shida. So unapata huyu mtoto ana struggle sana kusoma online class. So anabidi hiyo trimester maybe afanye kunini kudifa. Yeah, una get. Plus some parents wanafikiri kusoma online is scam. So as much unatry kuambia mom kusoma online is a real thing, them they're like online is scam. Wewe baki hapa, hizo pesa mkirudi shule physically hizo nitakulipia fee, but say online no. So una get unatuka hapo tu home, kazi ni maybe kuendea kuchunga ng'ombe, blah blah blah, as others are reading. So that's another challenge.
Was the online learning effective to you?
Yeah, it was very, very much effective because you got to interact with the lecturers. We got kama ni a story and assignment, you know, tuna submit, and then the one-to-one thing with the lecturer. It was really effective. Yeah, very effective.
All right, let me come to you, Diana. You know, after the pandemic came, all learning institutions were shut down all over the world.
Yeah.
How did it affect your studies?
Okay, as for me, I'll totally say, I'll be honest. As for me, kuna hii kuchanganya, you are online, so kuna Instagram, messages za Instagram zinaingia, Facebook,
WhatsApp.
So unapata ina shift mindset yangu, kutoka, unapata msee amekutumia kitu kingine hapo kale, nakwambia, oya, cheki kitu sahi. So unaona ina shift mind yangu, nishaenda Instagram. So unapata siko focused. So I can say, as for me, it never worked. And I think some of my friends, hata wao walikuwa nasema like, this thing can't work for me. You know, hiyo ndio time when unasuggestiwa vitu zingine, uko like, wow, I just need to see this. As for me, no. Because you get, unapata unaingia kwa vitu zingine, hizi zenye tunakataza.
All right, let me come to you, Faith. How have you adapted to the new norms? After the pandemic, you had to adapt to the new system.
I think the world is changing, tukianzia hapo. So vitu zingine you just have to adapt. Hata kama ulikuwa hujapangia. Like the online thing, no one ever thought that tutawai soma online ama kutai kuja na kitu inaitwa corona ikastop ika stop like the whole world, you get. So venye venye corona ili to hit, you just have to adapt, unaelewa, because enyewe pia the world is changing. So from us learning online, unapata pia kuna unaweza fanya job, hata kama ukiwa kwa job unaweza somea online because it's online, you get. Yeah, so as much as ili to hit, we'll say there's still some things we learned from it. Yeah.
All right. Let me come to you, Diana. Yeah. How did you adapt to the new norms?
Okay, sijui niseme ni maybe ni Mkenya. You just have to accept and move on and go on. So I can say hata tusemeka stories za fair ilibidi unajua ukitumia bundles za 1GB though network yetu tunajua vile tu inakimbiza bundles. At least ningetumia 200 alafu pia do za lunch maybe zenye ulikuwa unapewa, unaona at least budget imepungua. So tuna cope. We are trying to cope. I can't say that niko completely into the system when it's like corona, but nime-adjust. I can say
you have
that.
Adjusted.
Yeah, I have adjusted.
And do you think the online studies was effective all over the country?
It depends with someone. Unaona, as for me, najaribu, but kuna wenye wako totally good with it. But I can say at the same time ni poa juu, you can be working online and then una study pia hapo, unajua alafu pia inasaidia corona isi spread sana. Yeah.
I understand that this is a conversation that won't end because of time. Before we finish, I want us to discuss briefly the rate of employment in the country is low. We have graduates who are unemployed. What is your take, Diana?
Issue tumeimba sijui for how long. I can totally say like the rate is very, very, very low. I like, especially where I live, I can tell you the youth or the graduates that are in the surrounding I live, there are so many, and many end up into drugs or doing what they never thought that they can do. So I think this is where the government is supposed to get into and do something, you know. Yeah, and I can also say historia gavaina, you get when some foreigners come into the country, wanakuja kufungua some companies, and then wanapandisha rate ya wao kuwakubali wa kufungua companies in the country, when sisi kama ma youth tunaumia huko home na hawezi fungua hizo nini hizo company ndio tupate opportunity ya work into the yeah.
And what do you think the government should do to curb the situation, the unemployment?
Like I just said, they should at least allow the foreigners who come to open their companies into the country. They should at least lower a bit the rate, the tax rate, or they should be in an agreement in which they say at certain period of time you should have at least finished paying this amount. Yeah.
All right, let me come to you, Faith. Also the same question. What do you think is causing the rate of employment to be that low, you know, in the country?
As of per now, I would say it's because of corona. Because unapata where a company used to like to hire like 15 employees, venye corona may hit, maybe they will like have some employees sent home or fired to maybe having like 7 or 5 employees around. Yeah.
And what do you think the government can do to curb the situation?
Government ilianzisha kazi mtaani, which is good. And also I think some governors should like start some projects for the youth, you know, so that they will like engage themselves in and be busy. Yeah.
Let's look at that part of graduates. You know, as a university student, your hope is to, after you graduate, you get a nice job somewhere. So what do you think?
I think, you know, the society ili create ile mindset yetu ya ukipata A ukiwa high school, unaenda straight to university, which is a good thing. Alafu kutoka hapo, they didn't tell us after that. So mtu ako huku high school anasoma kupata A, thinking that after university utapata kazi hivi tu.
Automatically.
Automatically. they didn't prepare us like telling us ukienda university ukimaliza kuna hustle, you can hustle. You don't necessarily need to like get a job for what you studied for at that time, lakini unaweza hustle ukitafuta ile job ulienda kusomea. Yeah.
All right, let me come to you, Diana. You know, there's that struggle and hustle. The graduates, you know, after you graduate, you have that, you know, idea that ukimaliza kazi iko.
I can say also, we as the graduates or we as the students, kuna ikiburi pride someone has. Like, I can't work outside the career I did in school. So una get, hapo ndio tuna lose, like we lose everything, the idea of going to school. Like, so unapata mtu kama I did, let's say, kama nilifanya journalism, I can't do anything else apart from journalism. At least for the time being, I think we should be doing something that can be giving us something on the table as we continue looking for what we did in school.
The government has changed the system of education from the 844 to the new system. Do you think the new system will work better?
Actually, I can say till now, sija understand anything about the new system. Sija understand totally. I feel like the one tulikuwa tukisoma, okay, the one tunasoma, ile yenye tulikuwa tumezoea, I think hiyo ndio ilikuwa poa kushinda hii ya sahi. Unaona?
You know, they have said that the 844 system does not create opportunities or jobs. Maybe the system is like she said, that we have that mindset. You also said that mindset that after you finish, you know, if I did journalism, I have to wait for my job. You know, you can do something else. So maybe the new system is trying to create, you know, while they're still young, you know, there's that.
They're trying to create opportunities with the new system. Kumanisha the system when tumetoka, ainge create opportunity. I think in our country, for you to get a job, like, you just need connection. I think so. Yani, you just have to, corruption pia ndo inaingilia, you just have to give something to get something. Story, it's creating the opportunity. No.
All right, let me come to you, Faith. What do you think of the new system?
I think, okay, first, I don't have much information about the new system, but I think that it will work for those who are serious about the system. It will definitely work. Yeah.
Okay, talking about the new system or even the system that you've come from, you know, there are people who are good at what they did best, even than people we know. If we really want the change in the country, it starts with leaders. Like, itaanza na uma leaders na sisi na tujue, like, we are, you know, change yezi na si story na system, ni sisi mindset yetu na Kenya tunataka change ya sisi wote.
And on that note, we come to the end of our discussion today. We have been discussing the hustle and struggle university students go through, and even graduates. Thank you, ladies, for making time for us here at the Star Media.
Welcome. Please subscribe.
And remember to comment and share, and also work hard. Thank you.
And until then, remember,
Mother is always right.
Yeah, mother is always right.
Mother is always right.